undisputed king of beer, Budweiser, and HBO World Championship Boxing. This contest is sanctioned by the Michigan Athletic Board of Control and the World Boxing Council. The three judges at ringside scoring the bout will be Marty Salmon, Peter Trematera, and Robert Watson. And when the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, working for the 27th time in a world title bout, Dale Grabo. And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world on HBO, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black, white, and blue. He weighed in at 128 1/2 pounds. His professional record consists of 36 bouts with 33 victories, including 21 knockouts, and he has only 2 losses with a draw. Ladies and gentlemen, from Soyapango, San Salvador, El Salvador, here is the challenger, Carlos Famoso Hernandez. And across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white, black, and red, and weighing in at 130 pounds. His professional record, a perfect one. 25 bouts, 25 victories, including 19 knockouts, and he is recognized pound for pound among the very best fighters in the world today. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the pride of Grand Rapids, Michigan, the reigning and defending undefeated super featherweight champion of the world, Pretty Boy, Floyd Mayweather. Gentlemen, we're giving you instructions in the dressing room. Listen to my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Good luck to both of you. Touch gloves, come on, do it.
Floyd Jr. is trained now by his uncle Roger, a former champion. Roger is competitive with his brother, Floyd Sr. And from what we've heard, he wants to see a relatively fast knockout tonight. Let's see if we get it.
Pretty Boy Floyd is wearing leather trunks. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
This is an awkward position for Floyd Mayweather to be in. First, he's the bigger guy, and he's not an underdog. Some fighters, it's hard to fight in that position because you got to go out there and prove something. Whenever he's the underdog and the smaller guy, you can see some spirit from him.
In January, that fight was regarded by the oddsmakers as pretty much a pick-em fight. But within the first 2 minutes, you could see the stunning difference in speed and mobility between Mayweather and Corrales, and the outcome of the fight was clear within the early rounds.
We see that Floyd is standing more flat-footed, trying to get more power into his punches. You may recall, Jim, that when he fought here 2 years ago, there was a 12-round fight against a fighter named Rios, who was really just there to survive. Floyd was not happy about that outcome, so he wants to give his hometown fans a bit of a show. Probably one of the most foolish things a boxer can do, go out and try to please hometown fans in general. You got to go out there and concentrate on winning. Once you step over that boundary as a performer, then that's when bad things can happen to you.
Remember Evander Holyfield almost losing his title to Smokin' Burt Cooper in Atlanta?
That's right. Yep. Smiling to the audience. That's right. Saying to the crowd. Come back, please. Get set.
And there's Floyd winking at George Foreman. Second fighter tonight to wink at George.
Lord
can get knockouts, but he's got to let them happen. Don't go out reaching for knockouts. They come to him.
I think against top-class opponents, he thinks that way too, as we saw against Hernandez and Diego Corrales.
That's right. Against both Hernandez and Corrales, he boxed, and the knockout eventually came.
Now he's jabbing to the body, and he's having to move backwards a little bit. That helps him a little bit. He's not an aggressor. Let the fight come to you.
Looping right hand lands for Hernandez. Let go, man. Let go. Quick, stop punching.
What his new trainer is working on for Hernandez is a way to try to get inside without being exposed too much. And so far he seems to be pretty successful at it. Contestame. ¿Sentiste algún golpe? No. ¿Tú dices si te agarras con la derecha? No, es muy duro. Abrí la boca, ven. Hay que trabajar detrás de ese jab. Tiene mucho movimiento de cintura. I need a lot of movement. Don't be standing in front of him. You gotta move. Cuando esté adentro, castígueme el cuerpo, mijo. Duro a la pinche barriga. So here's pretty boy Floyd with his wink, but then a little bit later we saw his blink as he was caught with a quick lead right hand. Stop.
Looked like the people in Hernandez's corner were too late getting out of the ring, but referee Rabel gave the fighter time, corner to adjust.
Mayweather better watch the right hand of Hernandez because he's got a good one. Not anything that you can just put your finger on, but he throws it in there pretty accurate.
Floyd combating the Hernandez right with combinations of his own, and Hernandez trying to walk right through the firestorm to get to Floyd. Stop. You gotta get the head up. Keep pushing down on here, Floyd. You got the head. Use that. Fight. Work out.
Hernandez just wants to be inside, doesn't want to let Mayweather use those lightning reflexes from outside. And so far he's been pretty effective at it. It's a hard thing to tell yourself you're fighting a guy who cannot fight that big well. Then the bell rings and find out he's a little tougher. It's hard to adjust. And that's what has happened to Mayweather. Now this guy hitting him with the sneaky right hand, calling him some movement problems because he gets low. And he takes a good shot, Hernandez does.
Left hook with Mayweather that ultimately did the destructive damage against Corrales. And you see him trying to make a left hook the factor here early. Body shot by Mayweather, fighting fire with fire.
Mayweather is very comfortable once he sits alongside you and starts watching and timing your punches as he's doing now. Gets pretty comfortable. You got to start throwing a lot of shots to make him uncomfortable.
Mayweather landing a solid fusillade of rights and left. There's some swelling on Hernandez's face already from the accuracy of Mayweather's shot.
Here goes.
July, HBO Sports presents the next installment of our Sports of the 20th Century series, Shot Heard Round the World. We'll look back at Bobby Thompson's 1951 home run off Ralph Branca, which won the pennant for the New York Giants. 50 years later, we find the Giants stole Dodgers pitching signs. Does that taint one of the most memorable moments in sports history? The little miracle of Coogan's Bluff? You decide. Shot Heard Round the World, coming July 11th, only on HBO. Veronica Hernandez, wife of challenger Carlos Hernandez, practicing psychologist, says that she and Carlos like to sit together and try to visualize what's going to happen in the fight, visualize his responses.
My wife would visualize what's going to happen and start screaming. She didn't think you were coming home looking like a pretty boy, George. I didn't come home looking. The head movement by Hernandez is really giving Mayweather some problems. Whenever he goes down and moves his head, Mayweather seems to stand and just watch.
But when Floyd can get a little distance and begin to straighten out his jab and follow it up with punches from both sides, he is accurate and effective. He landed 30 out of 50 punches by Kopiabot's numbers in round 2 and has been accurate again with the left hook here. Hometown crowd wants to see some fireworks from Pretty Boy Floyd. And a straight right hand seemed to momentarily stun Hernandez.
Floyd Mayweather's intentions are plain. He wants a knockout. He's trying to hit very hard right here.
2 low blows in a row. Referee Dale Grable just watched them. And there's a hard right hand by Mayweather.
Mayweather's trying to throw body shots, jab to the body to make Hernandez lower his hand. Start protecting his body. That's what he's looking for.
Another right hand from distance wobbles Hernandez.
Floyd goes right back to the body once he finishes flurry. Make your man hand go low.
Incidentally, Hernandez was introduced from El Salvador, and he proudly represents the people of El Salvador. That's his heritage, but he's lived his whole life in California. Lives in Bellflower, California now.
The home of the fighting Flurries. He also went to junior college for a while.
Cerritos Junior College, where he ran on the track team. Big left hook by Mayweather. Squeezes Hernandez, and he follows it with 3 more left hooks.
Mayweather came up half a price for this slugging, trying to catch this shoulder down.
Watch this hit.
A lot of head button. There's blood, I believe, coming from somewhere.
Stop punching. Stop punching.
Mayweather's bleeding some. It's from Mayweather's nose, I believe.
I think you're right. Stop. 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 Check out the massive welt, though, over the eye and nose of Carlos Hernandez when we go to that corner with interpreter Ray Torres.
Don't worry about hitting the head. Keep hitting the body. And move your head a little bit more inside, okay?
Okay, you hit him on the side. Now, when you have him, move him to the side and hit him.
Once you win that,
When he gets near him, hit him.
relax. Here's that rapier left hand of Mayweather. Hernandez said, he's a cat, I've got to be a dog. He's quick, I've got to be tough.
Get the bucket shot. Harold, how do you score it through 3?
Okay, Jim. 3-0, 30-27. Floyd Mayweather. Based on clean punching and, fighting on the inside, landing the cleaner, harder shots. Not a lot of combinations, but still landing the cleaner punches. Jim, you may see that they wear two different kinds of boxing gloves. Floyd wanted those white grand gloves to match his outfit. Hernandez wanted Reyes. Nobody objected. They were two different brands of boxing gloves, two different colors.
So far, this fight is going good for Hernandez. He's not winning the rounds, but the fight is the kind of fight he would like to be in.
Because they've been fighting in close quarters?
That's right.
And Harold mentioned the two different gloves. Reyes on Hernandez, Plant on Mayweather. That means it's Hernandez who's wearing the so-called punching glove, George.
But gloves provide good blocking. Put them beside your face and it offers a little cushion for when the guys hit you. Mayweather has decided that he's going to have to box. He should have thought about that before the bell rung, though.
Now Mayweather switches to southpaw for a moment. Misses a right hook. Mayweather landed 62% of his punches by CompuBox numbers in round 3. This will not be as accurate a round.
You don't want a guy watching you bleed and you're trying to discourage him. No, sorry, he's not going to get discouraged. You see the blood and you start coming on and on and on.
I think that whole trickle of blood is coming from the nostrils of Mayweather, George.
The point of it is giving his opponent and them is more and more confident.
I think Dale Grable's ever going to warn Floyd for any of those low blows. Mayweather backs into a corner and Hernandez wants to take advantage. Floyd slips away.
That's the kind of fight that Floyd likes. Moving and making the guy miss you a little bit and then making him pay for it.
Good counter left hook by Mayweather as Hernandez is ducking inside.
Mayweather wants the fight to come to him. You don't want to reach out if you're Mayweather because this guy is shorter and he knows what to do with his height.
Está poniendo los huevos, es un fenómeno.
You're doing well. You're being brave. When you grab him, you just move him around. Turn him around a bit. Spin him.
You're going to put grease on him.
Good. Listen. Don't put so much water on his mother in the circle. Listen. Good. Box him again, next 2 rounds. We're going to start back on some more on his ass again, okay? All right, let's go. Wipe his nose.
The Mayweather clan is large and prominent here in Grand Rapids. This is Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s grandmother, with whom he grew up.
Once in the ring, she fainted.
That's true. She fainted after Floyd's huge victory over Genaro Hernandez.
This is the kind of fight that Mayweather want to be in. Make the guy reach at you, miss, then you punch him. Don't give him anything.
Power punches in round 4 by CompuBox numbers. Mayweather landed only 8 of 19. Hernandez 16 of 46. Floyd was using the jab more in that round. There's a hard right hand by Hernandez, countering Floyd's jab. Mayweather in the southpaw stance once again. I would say it's the second time he switched to southpaw, although of course once when I said that during his fight with Goya Vargas, Floyd looked down and said, no, Jim, it was the 3rd time. Among his many talents, he's capable at times of narrating his own fights. I think Mayweather settled down now, thinking someone sent him out to get a quick knockout and fooled him that his power is when a guy's running into it. Well said, George. Now he decided, okay, I'm the boxer. Let me box this guy. Whether I'm at home or not, box, box, box. Back to the southpaw stance momentarily for Mayweather. Now back to his conventional stance. I think you're absolutely right, George. He seems now to have gotten out of that quick knockout mentality and into something that more resembles his natural game. Sometimes when you're at home, you want to do some strange things, but stick to who you are, and the fight will always fall right in front of you. Man who trained all of my zone in his historic reign as middleweight champion, 14 consecutive successful title defenses. Ruza recently moved to Los Angeles from South America, hooked up with Hernandez, and may be instrumental in helping Hernandez to set a formula, a plan that is making him competitive against Floyd Mayweather here. Hernandez is making himself like a ball. He just balls up. Doesn't give you much to hit, and then moves his head. Mayweather just a little confused. Because the guy's hitting him. He doesn't like that, and he can't do anything about it. And as a former college distance runner, we can expect Hernandez to have the stamina to keep it up. Crowd settles in for what looks like a conventional boxing match for the next few rounds. He doesn't want to fight. Ruza is the gentleman whose left shoulder and head dominate the right side of your screen. Are you listening to me? He doesn't want to stay there because he doesn't want to play with you. That's why he moves.
Is finding it a little bit more difficult to get into Mayweather's body now that he's boxing.
Round 5, Mayweather used his feet to land 26 of 45 punches against 9 of 49 for Hernandez. Hernandez would like to be in position to throw more than 40 or 50 punches. He wants to keep pressure on Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather beginning to shake his right hand as though it's bothering him. Now, he had hand injuries in his bout with Corrales back in January and actually saw Dr. Winlow earlier this week.
On Monday, he went to see a doctor about his hand, which suggests that he has either an injury or he's getting over an injury. He doesn't have big, powerful hands, strong hands. Maybe that will keep him from being the kind of puncher that he envisions himself to be, and have to box and let the knockouts happen, as George says. And
George is the one who pointed out to me that Floyd was shaking his right hand. It's a pretty sure sign, isn't it, George?
Yeah, it hurts. Sometimes hurts more than...
Right heel perhaps hurting. Mayweather went to the left hook twice. Came with the right to the body.
While he's in that motion, he switches his body to a southpaw and throws his guy out.
George, if the right hand is hurting him, Does it hurt more to land a head shot than a body shot?
Yeah, I think the body shots are more dangerous because you just hit the end of the elbows and you just can't get a real tight fist when you go down to the body. So if you notice, his right hand is open while his left hand is balled into the fist.
Exactly right. He is not balling the right hand, or at least wasn't a moment ago. Meanwhile, Hernandez is just digging away, trying to stay chest to chest with Mayweather. Gets a chance to hit Floyd after the referee said stop. 4. And this is going to be called a knockdown against Floyd Mayweather.
7. And he motioned Jim about his hand.
So there's a turn of events in the potential scoring of the fight. And suddenly, Floyd Mayweather is knocked down. And that, of course, will be a point to the advantage of Hernandez.
And he's flexing as he goes back to his corner. Keep the jab with look me around anyway. Yeah, man, for a minute. Go back. Okay, sir. I know you ain't fit. Don't worry about that. I want you. You got to use the jab to play. Listen, one to the right uppercut. All right? Call the jab out there, let him come to you, and shoot right uppercut in the middle. All right? No problem. Keep banging him to the body. You think about him to the body. Keep that uppercut in the middle. Short, left to the head. A delayed reaction. I'm just curious if he went down more because his hand hurt him than because he was hit.
It wasn't a line hit. Yeah, and it was called a knockdown because he put his left glove on the canvas.
Yeah, he wasn't hit.
How do you have it scored through 6 now?
I think Jim, 58-55, 5 rounds to 1. Pretty both Floyd Mayweather. Certainly I thought he won the first 5 rounds with the clean of punching, but then in round 6, like you said, 10-8 for Carlos Hernandez. So that knockdown sort of puts him back in the fight. At least it puts him within range that he can hold up.
More of a fall down than a knockdown, but Hernandez gets the benefit anyway. Mayweather switching to a southpaw stance again, perhaps trying to protect that right hand. He'll throw power punches with the left hand out of his stance.
Sometimes you hurt your hand and then you wait a while, it'll come back and then you just wait a while. Use the opposite hand until it comes back. You think you're going to die when you hurt it, but you're not going to die.
We've seen plenty of instances where a good fighter was able to win with one hand after a situation like this.
Close that hand. Don't twist his arm when it comes back. But
Floyd still using the right hand and using it there for a power shot. This one was definitely a slip.
You okay?
And you see how wet the corner is. Floyd spreading his feet.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. seems a little bit discombobulated here. He's a little confused, a little emotional. Something's going on. I can't put my finger on it. He's just uncomfortable. You just got to make up your mind during training camp that you're going to be in a tough fight. You can't do it in the ring once the bell rings. If you underestimated the guy, you can have the fight of your life.
Are you listening, Lennox Lewis?
If you don't take an opponent seriously, you turn it into a serious opponent. And you just can't rise to the occasion on fight night. Just it doesn't happen like that. Once again, in close quarters, Mayweather is wincing. Almost like he's biting down on his mouthpiece because he's hurt.
But then throwing with the right hands. And switching back into the southpaw stance. Jabbing and parrying with the right hand.
Hernandez is doing a good job of just tapping here, tapping there to confuse Mayweather. He's not trying to let a big shot. Just keep your hand on him and be rough.
On the subject of this world's best athlete thing, Mayweather said, hey, Allen Iverson can have an off game. Tiger Woods can lose a tournament, but a boxer can't have an off night.
Fall with your left hand. When you put your hand out there, this way. Just fall with your left hand. Bring it to your uppercut. And you with the uppercut, you like bring it to it. All right? You lay inside, mama. Or, my hand is killing me. I feel good though. I'm not. Hello. Bueno, cuando este para el zurdo.
When he turns to the left, hit him with your right hand. You gotta throw that right hand when he turns southpaw.
Don't blow your nose. You heard Floyd Mayweather Jr. saying, my right hand is killing me. You see him wincing inside. He's just got to try to pull this out on pure class.
So an unusual challenge presents itself for one of the brightest young stars in the sport of boxing, the brilliant Floyd Mayweather Jr. Now clearly fighting with a damaged right hand and trying to hold on against an on-rushing Carlos Hernandez who is giving him no quarter.
You think your hand's killing you, but it's not going to kill you. You just got to keep throwing it, as you just saw him do.
Solid connect to the body with the right hand.
Don't give up on your own hand. Stop it. Mayweather's corner told him to just the power with the right hand, power with it. And he's doing a little power.
Constantly switching stances. Conventional, southpaw, conventional, in southpaw. When he's in the southpaw stance, as he is now, the right hand becomes the lead hand. Back to conventional. Looks as though Floyd's going to do this constantly and fluidly through the rest of the fight.
He's in fine condition. That's the problem. Hernandez is coming on strong, but Mayweather's in such good shape.
Not the kind of entertainment Floyd wanted to provide to the hometown fans. Certainly it appeared in the early rounds that he was looking for a spectacular KO. Now, as George Foreman said at the beginning of the evening, just get the win.
Get the win and make sure the promoter pays you the money. That's what a lot of fighters didn't do.
And look good the next time, right Larry?
Win tonight will be sensational next time. Hernandez is just looking for one shot. One shot. And I think he's fooling himself. He should just get in and land a lot of shots. There's that left to the body again. He's sizing him up for over here left. Left hook.
To the body out of the southpaw stance. Mayweather finds another option that works for him and scores to close the round. June 18th, that's the next edition of Real Sports with Brian Gumbel. Among the stories we're working on, a look at a controversy at Cal State Fullerton, where a woman has been kicked off of her track team for taking a part-time job as a stripper. It's Monday, June 18 at 10 p.m. Real Sports, nothing is out of bounds.
Mira, 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 Push it off. You got to hit him on the side. You got to hit him anyway. When he comes there, you just hit him. Do you understand me? Come on. What's up, Tony? Go. He doesn't get right in the corner. He's going to get right up the corner. This fight looks like a jeweled watch against the Timex, but the Timex is hanging in there.
Yeah, because the jeweled watch may have a broken spring.
Yep. Stop. Go for him. Come on, give me a break.
Hernandez's face misshapen from the early punishment Mayweather dealt. But no cuts, just swelling.
Mayweather's doing this all with his legs, keeping his left foot and his right foot on the outside of his opponent. Never only puts it between his legs when he's ready to throw a punch.
And the crowd, many of whom paid $200 apiece for ringside seats, wondering why they're seeing a tactical display at this point. They will learn from the newspapers tomorrow or the news program tonight about Floyd's right hand. Quick left out of the southpaw stance. Mayweather fighting this entire round in the southpaw stance. George, why do you think he's going to fight the whole round as a southpaw? Is that to protect his right hand? So
He's trying to get a job of calling better with his right hand. Seemed like he's able to just lay that right on in there as a substitute power punch.
And meanwhile, he can try to generate power off the back foot with the left hand.
That's what he's doing. But you don't have to throw it with power. You can just kind of like a bowling ball, just roll it right on in and the guy runs into it. That's what he's doing with his left hand now.
And now he is hearing from the hometown crowd something that surely he did not want to hear.
Yeah, but let them be.
Absolutely.
Let them be.
Get the win.
This is not a Broadway play. This is boxing. Bob Dylan said everybody must get stuff. So he would not feel so all alone. Everybody gets booed. Oh, it's too George, but nobody wants to come home and get booed. Only remember, as a boxer there, you have no home.
Hey, happy 60th, Bob, as you welcome. Dylan turned 60 this past year.
Hey, Bob Dylan. Hey, kick on my glove. Oh my God, Bob, I gave him my one kick on him. Hey, go get your kick. Let the man keep coming to you. He's dropping right here for him. Right here, right up the cup. Climb up the hill. All right? You come in. Oye, brazo, pegando en el culo, pero pegarle. ¿Me explico? Okay. Cuando él se pone el brazo. When he puts his hand out there, hit him! You gotta hit him in the side, hit him in the body. If you want to win this fight, you gotta throw punches. Put pressure on him. Okay? Vámonos, duro, sit down, coach. Sit down, coach. 10.
Round 10 of a scheduled 12. And referee Dale Grable wants a timeout now to remove ice and water from the corner of Floyd Mayweather Jr. How do you have it for 9?
Hi, Jim. 87-83, 7 rounds to 2. Floyd Mayweather. It's very interesting. Floyd wins the first 5, hurts his hand in round 6. Carlos Hernandez lands some punches.
Roger Mayweather.
Somehow Floyd absolutely stopped at the 8th tonight. Hernandez stopped at the 8th tonight.
All right, now Larry Merchant has gone to Floyd Mayweather's corner to have a conversation with trainer Roger Mayweather about the broken or perhaps damaged right hand that Floyd is fighting with. Larry, take it away.
Roger, does Floyd have a broken hand? I don't know if it's broken, but he says hurt. He ain't hurt in camp, so I already knew that he wasn't going to be using his right hand that much. But like I'm telling him, I said he needs to stay inside and run the guy with short punches, right up the cup, right hook, because the guy is sucker for, because the guy don't know the bullet way in. Because he hurt his hand, is that why you were hoping that he could get to this fight quickly? No, I don't look forward to get to this fight so quickly. What I'm looking for is for Floyd to lay inside with the guy, use his defense to counter off what the guy is doing. All the guy is doing is being aggressive. It ain't that he's throwing a tremendous amount of punches. It's that Floyd has to trick him, has to use his skill to trick him. Run him in the right uppercut, shoot the right hook, left hook, and that way you guys can trick the guy out. He's kind of bad. So you said he came to the fight with a hand that wasn't 100%, and somewhere in the middle of the fight he hurt it even more. Right, he hurt it on the guy's head, I think about the 4th round, but I think Floyd still won't get him out of there. I see what he's doing right now. I think he still won't get him out of there. That's what I thought he would do. Thank you, Roger.
So George, Roger Mayweather wants Floyd to stand inside with Hernandez and play off of Hernandez's limited offense with counter shots of his own, right?
Maybe it's a good idea, maybe not. See, he doesn't understand that Mayweather is not the short guy this time. He is getting taken advantage of because the other guy is smaller, he gets lower, and he's able to land shots when they're close.
You heard Roger say that the right uppercut would do damage, and Floyd's doing some damage with the right uppercut. Although now Hernandez begins to accelerate his punch output and lands a good shot inside, and Floyd lands one right back at him. And now they wrestle.
Hold the other one more time. All right, go for it. Stay there. Stay there. Inside the dog. That's the grumpiest referee I've seen in a long time. Stop. Don't try to use how I look up to the head. I want you to know what you can do. You know, right up the cup and right up. All right? You hurt me with that. All right, listen. Stay there. Keep running, brother. I'll let you win. You win it around. You win it around. Okay. Put some water on his face. You can't end up there so I can work on his water. All right, see you. Carlos, really bad. Come back to know. Put some tape on the glove. You gotta put no pressure on him. Sometimes Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been grimacing without getting hit. He is in pain.
And that welt between the eyes of Hernandez is grotesque. It's swollen to such an extent now it's like a third eye or an extra nose, such a big promontory on his face. George, does that bother the fighter, or does he not even feel it?
Well, you don't really feel it as much as knowing that, something's wrong with your head. You don't really pay much attention. You got to protect yourself.
Doesn't seem to be affecting Hernandez's vision.
A lot of it is. We see it more than the fighter feels it.
That's what I figured. Hernandez lands the right hand as he jumps in again. Referee Dale Grable also intrigued by the welt on Hernandez's face, and now he wants a doctor to look at it.
what? Has this referee never seen a broken nose before?
Guess he was worried about breathing capacity. The doctor says the nose isn't broken, it's fine.
Carlos Hernandez won't win this fight, but he'll get some personal satisfaction of making Floyd Mayweather run from him at times and just staying there with him.
Scoring the knockdown without having landed a punch, you know? Years from now, he'll tell his grandchildren, yeah, Floyd with a beautiful right hand. It was a perfect shot.
Mayweather just can't seem to zero in with that right hand to the head. He wants a clean shot, and he just can't seem to see it. Noblest moments of the handlers and followers of Floyd Mayweather Jr. Brilliant talent, having to scuffle his way through what is becoming an ugly fight. Clearly fighting with a damaged right hand, probably broken. Having to wrestle Carlos Hernandez from moment to moment, punch him up. Worried about head butts. It's tough.
Earlier we were speculating on how Chavez could deal with Mayweather. The slippery corner there.
He could tear a hamstring or hurt a knee so easily slipping that way.
That's the second time that's happened. Now you have to speculate that it's a good thing for Mayweather he wasn't in there with Chavez tonight. This is the last round, you hear me? We gotta come out with everything. Don't hold anything back. Almost stopped the goddamn fight. I want you to close the show out. All right? You really? I want you to close the show out, okay? You hear me? You gotta keep on with that pressure. And when you get in, you gotta keep punching. Okay? I want you to get him out of there. That's it. That's it.
By CompuBox estimate, Floyd Mayweather threw only 40 punches in the 11th round, landing 10. Carlos Hernandez, 19 out of 67, depending on the predisposition of the scorers who are judging the fight. That was a round that could have been given to Hernandez. How do you have it scored so far? And is this a tough enough fight to score that Floyd people should be nervous about it?
No, Jim, not at all. I think that Floyd Mayweather is easily outboxing him. Not that's the 107-101 Floyd Mayweather Jr. did. Carlos Hernandez gets inside, but he's already going to punch him. I mean, he punches it wide to be in front. But on the other ball, Floyd Mayweather still landing the cleaner shots with one hand. I mean, in truth, he is punching with two hands, but you know, one of them's hurt. Landing the cleaner shots.
All right, so Harold Letterman sees Floyd as being comfortably clear of Hernandez. Well-bouncing stuff. And an elbowing penalty, deduction of a point against Hernandez. But well, Mayweather gets back the point he lost when he went down earlier in the fight and provided Hernandez with a
Referee is not a good referee at all. He seems to be pushing Mayweather around, talking in his ear during a boxing match. I don't know where they got that guy, but they should send him back. Stop.
His name is Dale Grable. George, he speaks very highly of you.
Just cut it off. I'm not going to speak highly of him on the referee job he's doing tonight. Just cut it off. Michael Buffer say that he'd been a referee in what, 37 or 38 World Championship fights?
I think he said this is his 27th.
Something like that. Mayweather must have swore at his mom or something. Something's gone wrong. I like the word you used earlier. He is grumpy. Yeah, but you can be grumpy and then making errors the way he's doing tonight when a championship is on the line.
Well, Steve Roy hasn't looked very pretty tonight. It's certainly good enough for a successful defense of his fighter.
Maybe not pretty, but bloody, resourceful, determined. Yeah, he's shown a lot of championship qualities in there.
Sometimes a champion's going to have to go through this and find a way to get through it, and he has.
When he's fighting, he has all the advantage, the height, the weight, the reach. He's not a good fighter when these things happen for him. He has to be on the opposite end of it. You made that point at the beginning of the fight, and it certainly has panned out, George.
In hindsight, Corrales is just too easy to hit when they stand up and walk forward style, while Hernandez is just roughing him up, getting inside, making it ugly, but hanging in there.
The equivalent would be a pitcher who has blisters and therefore can't throw his good curve or fastball, but somehow finds a way to get the batters out. Floyd Mayweather continued to get the batters out. Prophetic words from George Foreman at the very beginning of the evening when he said, just get the win, worry about the glory some other time. Tonight, Floyd Mayweather was not in a position to care about glory. He had to just get the win.
George, if they knew that he had a damaged hand going in, why would he go out there and try to end the fight throwing punches when you're bound to land your hands on the other guy's head, elbows from time to time? When I speak to him, we'll have to see what he says, if he wins. George, he's in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's his hometown. He's the undefeated champion. Not too many ifs here.
And you saw Mayweather grimacing as the gloves were removed, clearly in great pain. Let's quickly look back at the progression of the fight. In the early rounds, Floyd, trying to put on a show, began to reach a dazzling tempo around round 3 when he landed a series of power punches and clearly had Hernandez on the defensive. But by the 6th round, Floyd was exhibiting to those at ringside that he was bothered by a right-hand problem. And this was ruled a knockdown when Floyd put a glove on the canvas in obvious pain after hitting Hernandez. No punch took him to the canvas, but nevertheless, when the glove went down, it was called a knockdown, and the referee counted. In the 7th round, Mayweather continued openly to grimace. He constantly switched his stance, southpaw, conventional, mostly southpaw, through the end of the fight, using the right hand, but using it mostly as a rangefinder and a pity-pat scorer rather than delivering punches with authority.
I know he didn't look good in this fight. That's all I can say. Can I tell you something, Larry?
And they're still counting up the scores here in Grand Rapids. You have a sense, George, that this might have been a hard fight for the judges to score?
Yeah, pretty hard because the other guy was aggressive and he saw the other guy screaming at the referee, something I'm hurting. Yeah. You have to stop and think about these things.
Let's go up to Michael Buffer and find out if Floyd Mayweather got the
Ladies and
win.
gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Peter Tremontier scores the bout 119 to 110. Bob Watson has the bout 117 to 110. And Marty Simon scores at 116 to 112. All three judges concur. The winner by unanimous decision and still the undefeated super featherweight champion of the world, Pretty Boy, Floyd Mayweather.
For vanquished challenger Carlos Hernandez. The three judges falling right in line with Harold Letterman, so Harold wins the argument about whether it was an easy fight to score. Final CompuBox numbers, and you see Mayweather landed 69 more, threw 156 fewer, landed at a much higher connect percentage than did Hernandez. Jabs, and Mayweather jabbed with both the right hand and the left hand, mostly down the stretch with the right hand, landing 63 out of 207. Hernandez, who landed very few jabs against previous championship level opponent Gennaro Chicanito Hernandez, landed only 7 of 58 here. And Larry Merchant stands by with the winner and still champion Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Thank you, Jim. Congratulations, Floyd. Rough night to get through.
Oh man, tonight was it was a rough night. Actually, I hurt my left hand, and later on in the fight I hurt my right hand. So I just try to win the best way I know how. I use my legs, box, and move. He was tough, but I think if I had both of my hands, I could have, eventually boxed and got him out.
Let's go back to the dressing room. When you came into this fight, how badly were your hands hurting you?
To be honest, Larry, I came into the fight with two messed up hands. But I like to have no excuse. I like to go out there and fight and put on a good show. But like I said, I want to thank God, God for getting me through this. I want to thank God for bringing me where I'm at today. I want to thank Team Mayweather, and I want to thank Grant.
When you were in the dressing room before the fight, I understand that they tried to give you some extra tape, but you refused it?
Well, no, they didn't try to give me no extra tape. But I just wanted my hands put onto where they feel comfortable. And so I thought, if I had a lot of padding on top, a lot of tape on my wrist, that my hand,
Did you have to take a shot of Novocaine in either hand or both? Both hands?
Both hands.
So when did you start feeling the pain?
Actually, I started feeling the pain when they called it a knockdown. That's when I hit him and I really felt it bad in my left hand.
All right, let's take a look at what happened there, because there was no punch actually landed. You just went down from the pain and you needed a break? There was here. There really wasn't a punch landed. You hit him on the head with your left hand, and that must have really felt. And eventually you went down just, it seemed, to get a break, and they called it a knockdown.
It's a part of boxing, but the main thing is I got through this tonight, and I just give thanks to God. You know what I'm saying?
All right, it looked like in the first two rounds you wanted to get him out of there. Was that in part, at least, because you didn't want to put your hands through 12 tough rounds?
Man, I thought I thought my hands were gonna be strong, but my hands did feel good halfway until I hit him on top of the head. But I'm looking forward to fighting Jesus Chavez. He went out there, put on a good show, put on a good performance, and I just want to keep working hard. I'm young and I'm still learning. This is something you have to deal with in boxing.
Is this the roughest night you've ever had in boxing?
To be honest, it was a real rough night, but the main thing is I got through it, and I'm looking forward to bigger and better things. I'm looking forward to fighting Jesus Chavez.
Are you going to have to take months off to let your hands heal, perhaps even to have them operated on?
I don't know how long I'm going to have to take off, but it was a hard night. And I'm happy with the victory.
You don't have big hands. Let's hold these hands up.
Small hands.
Are these knockout hands? I mean,
it's been a bone right here. See?
Right over here. You can see there's no knuckle.
There's no knuckle right here.
Right here.
On behalf of